What is going on? Welcome back to JWILL Trap TV, guys. We are back. We're back, and I know I'm at work. Unfortunately, I know. Don't worry. We're still gonna do this show. We're gonna have a trailer reaction. I got my boy Detroit with me. We're all here about to do this. We got this final episode. Last episode is called "Give Me the Weight." So, Detroit, tell me, what you think, man? What you think? What you think about to go? Hold on, wait. Don't tell me yet. Let's talk about it at the end. But you there? Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I was like, you was quiet. You start talking a little bit.
Oh,
okay.
No. I'm here.
Okay, cool. So Detroit's here. So look, first, guys, let's jump right into this trailer. Let's check this trailer out. Season finale, episode 10. Give me the weight. We're gonna check this out. Then we're gonna talk about this season a little bit. Give some of our last theories for what's gonna happen, and then we're gonna talk about the future of Power a little bit, right? Because this is the last time I will probably see you guys until BMF comes out. I will be back. I'll be doing BMF, doing whoever gets killed there for the last season. So,
hey, won't see me. I'm good on that. I just look at your channel for the kills, nigga. I'm gonna look at it, but I'm not making no videos. Y'all got it, bro.
Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh wait, what did I do? No, what did I do? There it is.
We bring together you, be unique. It's an ideal arrangement for all parties involved.
Okay, you guys know I gotta stop this. When I look at Kanan right here, it looked like Kanan know he lying about the crystal situation. That look on his face don't look. That's not a good look. Okay, so this is Rock. No. So this is Rock when she went to go see him with Lou at the end of the last episode. We didn't see what they talked about. Now it looks like Rock is already trying to get some truce going, and we got
Lou. Girl.
We got Lou watching Pernessa. Now, as you guys know, now Pernessa ain't no dragon. She ain't no dragon. So I hope this is not the dragon slaying that Rock was talking about last episode. I hope we see Lou. I hope we see Lou get real down and dirty. With some of these Italians or some of these dudes from Jersey that Unique got. I don't want to see him.
She could be the dragon. She could. Hey, I don't want to see baby girl all messed up, but she could be the dragon. Look what Unique did to Rock business. You think me personally, if they wanted the smoker, I wouldn't feel bad for it because you done messed her Rock business and everything. It's wartime now.
The one thing I don't like about this show though, like
it's dark as hell. I know that cameras.
Every time, like either one of the Thomas brothers, whether it's Lou or Marvin, says they want to go after Unique, Rock never lets them go after Unique. I just don't see Unique standing up to Marvin. Or standing up, well, maybe to Lou, but Lou will kill him. But like Marvin gonna whip Unique's ass. So I've never understood why they never let them go after them because they know that it's over.
It's pretty smart not for them to do it though.
Now, okay, so look, let's slow this down a little bit. So this Unique and her talking, but we're outside. And this looks like Marvin, right? I'm looking at the necklaces. I'm looking at the chains. And he's throwing a Molotov cocktail into the little Chinese spot.
No, that ain't them. That's Unique. That's Unique people. They just burning down her business.
Okay, that's Unique. Hold on, let me see it. I'm trying to see. Yeah, that's not Marvin's hairline. Marvin's flat top look a lot better than that. Okay, let's keep going. Hold on. So there's a lot of little things in here. Okay, so Marvin for sure get into a shootout outside. He's gonna have to get out the car. Or maybe this is the hit that Stefano put on Marvin. Maybe this is the dude going after Marvin, and Marvin's able to defend himself and get out.
I think that's Unique crew though.
Well, Stefano put somebody after him, and on top of that, like they've been doing a lot of like the scene last episode where Marvin put down the bad foster parents and stuff. All this little emotional stuff they've been doing with Marvin. I feel like they kind of setting them up like to have that take them away moment. Because I feel like
not this season though. Probably more likely probably next season though. I know if I can about guarantee he in season 5 though.
Let's talk about it after. Hold on, let me see.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So Kanan comes to Rock's house. I'm assuming this is after Snap and Pop told him that she was the one to kill Famous. And, Now, I don't know how Rock is going to talk herself out of this. Kanan looks pretty serious right now. He don't look like he's going to be able to be talked out of anything. Like, he feel like it's like he really believe it, but he don't really have no evidence besides what Snap and Pop said, which is...
Let me ask you a question, Jay, because I never asked you this. Now, this coming from a Kanan fan, but I got to keep it real. This dude is slow, man. Like, you got to be able to put two and two together, man. Like, I understand that Rock did in the past. I get it, but you got to get out your feelings, dog, and you got to put two and two together. This is not hard, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. You gonna pass out in the chair when I say this. I believe that Kane from Power Book 2 Ghost can figure this out, and he's dumb. Kanan, man, you kind of slow, dog.
Well,
they kind of making him slow. I'm sorry, JWILL, man.
Honestly, though, it's hard because the way they made Famous disappear, like from the writing perspective, it's like it's hard to, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, because he wasn't dealing, like, you know, like another thing too is like, remember last time he was dealing with Famous, he didn't want nothing to do with Famous. He thought Famous was soft. He thought Famous was fucking up the business, you know. So like they didn't really have a good handshake of them kind of falling off together. You know, Famous is kind of left, and you know, I think something happened with that actor.
No, he said ain't nothing happened. He said he was already. He said he was dying anyway. Like, he did an interview.
Yeah. He said he was dying. He said he was dying, but he also said something. He also said something like 50 Cent blocked him on Instagram, and he had been blocked for a long time or something. So
for like, doing some street shit, like, he, you know what I mean. That still don't matter about him not being in season 4. They just all they did was get rid of the budget. That's all they did. Like, okay, every time around season 4, everybody re-up for their contract. If you about to die, I really don't need to bring you back to kill you off. That ain't nothing but budget right there.
Yeah, but I think it causes a lot of problems. Okay, so hold on. Before look at this. So this is that red car.
Yeah.
So look, they're not showing. So look, pay attention to this. They're not showing who's in this red car. They're showing somebody. They show a hand. They show a foot. Now, if it was unique, you know, they would have just showed them. So
right.
Some individuals online think that is Breeze. I can't keep on baiting the Breeze. I said
no, this ain't baiting right here. This is a good opportunity for me and you to get, like, honestly, they should have never showed this. You know what I mean? Me personally, I want to start with me, man. Honestly, I actually think 8 out of 10. I think I'm gonna go a 9. That's Breeze. They never do a trailer like that. People say, well, they trying to mess with us. Why would they try to mess with us? The show unique and Kanan shaking hands. He met the man. He met him.
You know what's interesting too? Like, I'm looking at his clothing. Like, this looks like some denim right here. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really feel like that's unique style.
I was just about to say that.
Like, that's not even unique. Like, that's not even what he be wearing. So I don't know.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So okay, so hold on, let's look at some of these future materials. So we got, you know, now that Raising Kanan is in, and they've been starting to talk about where things are going, right? So we know about Origins, but now they're talking about some other stuff. So look, here's this thing. Here's this little article that Detroit sent me. And this is the CEO of Stars. So what he's saying here is Power's a great universe. We've kind of created this concept that the Power universe never ends. It better not. So there's many stories to tell coming out of the original Power show. We've got Raising Kanan on air right now. We got Force, which is coming back. We just ended Ghost. You know, I think it's crazy that Raising Kanan is going to go on longer than Ghost.
Both of them shows. Yep.
That's nuts. We've announced another spinoff called Origins, which is the origin story of the original Power, and that's exciting because you start to learn the backstory of the original cast and how they got into the game and how the Kanan character went into jail and why. So you have the original cast of the younger age meeting and really developing into what you saw on Power. So when I hear this, it sounds like they're pushing Kanan into whoever whoever is going to be like the younger cast members for Ghost and Tommy and possibly Tasha. You know, we might even get Angela in there. Now,
I'd say Angela before Tasha, though.
Now that sounds interesting, but what I'm concerned about here is now on this show, are we going to see how Kanan got his scar from Juke? Are we going to see Juke, how she became a police officer? Because it doesn't sound like we're going to go all the way there. It doesn't even sound like we're going to meet Tommy or in Ghost on this show, or they might just kind of throw them in the last season to kind of transition us over, which can be really good if they do it right. Like if they transition us on this show into Origins, that would be a really good play, because I really, I've talked about this in the comments, but I really feel like they've done a bad job with like the Power Universe. They haven't done a good job in my opinion. So
talking about for as far as like the present day.
I'm talking about like as far as like connecting the material, like connecting the different shows.
They never got a chance to connect it though, because they still in. Well, now I'm just asking, man. We got plenty of time. I'm just asking. When you talking about present day, or you talking about prequels?
I'm talking about well, even the prequels too, but I'm talking about present day, like having Tommy come into Ghost a few times, and then having 2-Bit show up wasn't enough. I wanted someone from Ghost to either go into Force, or I wanted to see D-Mac on Ghost, or I wanted to see Tariq, or at least Tariq getting it would have been dope if Noma cut Tariq off, but then Tariq started getting his way from Tommy because he got the whole CBI deal going on, but then all of a sudden the CBI deal goes south, and now Tariq, there's a lot of shit they could have done. I know it costs money to connect the two shows and have the actors coming back and forth.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Yeah. I'm not. I actually agree with you. I thought we was talking about present day. I ain't know we was. Prequel. I ain't know we talking about present day. Neither. I agree with you on that. I'm
just saying, like the Power Universe in general, even besides besides us knowing like Kanan, Kanan is Rock's son, and he's in there's not a lot in even Raising Kanan that you can connect back to the original Power. But there's not that much. There's not many characters. There's you don't get to see much. And I wish
but that's good though, because you will see that in Origins. When they was younger, so you got time.
I get what you're saying, Detroit, but I wish they could have threw us a few bones, bro. They could even had young Monet. They could even had Rock sell some drugs to young Monet or something.
Dog, Monet is not part of that story. They don't know them, bro.
But it's a universe. It's a universe, dog. Have you watched?
Dog, they don't know them. You do know they don't know them.
So what?
You don't know them.
You could have like young Lorenzo playing cards at what's that?
Ghost and Tommy, the older Ghost and Tommy don't even know for no
But
what's his name?
You can still show I'm not saying they have to meet each other and greet each other, but what I'm trying to say is you can still show that they live in the same world somehow. You can have them.
They live in New York. You do know all the people in New York. Get in the comments, New York. You do know people who live in Brooklyn. Don't know people that live in Harlem. New York boroughs is big, but they don't know them, bro.
Bro, okay, look. Okay, you watch Daredevil. I don't want to get too far off because we're in this Power video. But if you watch Daredevil, right? If you watch the new Daredevil season, Kamala doesn't show up in Daredevil, but her dad shows up, and he's a banker, and Daredevil saves. There's shit they can do. They can have side characters meet these characters where they don't really come into contact with each other, but you can see that they all live in the same world. That's all I'm saying. We can agree to disagree. People know.
That's like saying Bucky Dark Phoenix. Bucky don't know no damn Dark Phoenix, man.
I'm not saying Bucky knows Dark Phoenix, but what I'm saying is Bucky knows Captain America, and Captain America can get into a situation where he's working with the X-Men, and then Dark Phoenix is there, and that connects them into that world. That connects that world together. People understand
what I'm saying. It's the Power Universe. It's not a comic book, bro. The Power Universe is not a comic book. That's the difference.
All right, I'm done.
Hold on, let me say one thing though. With Jukebox though, you not to see her become no cop no time soon, because I don't understand why people in OG Power don't see it. If you watch OG Power, nigga, she only became a cop for 7 years. She didn't. Yeah. She wasn't a cop when she was 20 years old. She wasn't a cop until she became 36 years old.
The whole concept of the show, the whole concept of the Power Universe was to show the connective tissue between all these two shows. What I'm
they are doing that though. They doing that with prequel. They doing that with the prequel though. They about to get Breeze. He's a part of Kanan's story for Ghost, and then they about to give you Angela, Roller, at a younger virgin.
Okay, well, it sounds like they're doing a lot of connective tissue in Origins, and they didn't do much here. Can we agree on that?
Talking about what they ain't do on Power Book 2 Ghosts and Force?
It sounds like they're going to be doing a lot of connective tissue for that universe in Origins, but not here.
And what you talking about, Raising Kanan?
Yeah.
Dog, let me ask you a question. What can they could have done with Rock? This is basically Rock's story.
All right, all right. We'll have to make a video about this and debate this in another video.
I don't get it. I agree with you when it comes to Force and Ghost. That crossover should have happened like around like season 3. I ain't gonna hold you. I 100% agree with you, but we not gonna agree on Monet going to Rock and them. That shit don't make no type of sense, dog. Because let me say this, and we can go to the next one.
She doesn't have to necessarily go. I keep on getting caught in this trap, but she doesn't have to like go meet Rock. But what I'm saying is like they can make it so you see Monet somehow in that show, or you see Lorenzo, or you see some fucking body to connect.
They're not from Queens though. They're not from Queens though. They're from Brooklyn. They from 2 different boroughs, bro.
That's fine, but you can make something work. You can do something. They can do something. They can look. If I was in the writers' room, I would do something. That's all I gotta say. All right, so let's look at this last thing. Hold on. Okay.
Hold on. Who the fuck give a fuck about young Lorenzo and Monet? They wasn't popping like that. They like I don't want to see them. Them niggas look weak when they was young. When they was showing them flashbacks, man.
Who gives a fuck about Kamala's dad? Nobody. But it's about building a world, a connected.
Kamala dad.
Yeah, Kamala Khan, bro. I'm trying to compare this to the Marvel universe. Like you can have insignificant characters interacting with other insignificant characters to build the world. Okay, so we've had a great relationship with Lionsgate. What are the production capabilities now that you separate from Lionsgate? So I think that will continue to be a great relationship. We've got a great production services agreement. They produce a bunch of our shows. The Power shows are owned by Lionsgate. We've got a great couple of new stories coming up. See, now this is what kind of scares me. So it sounds like, because I don't know if you've been like looking at 50 Cent's Instagram lately, but like he said something the other day where he's all like, I'm not fucking with stars no more. I'm doing everything on my own. I'm doing, from 50 Cent action. So when I see this kind of stuff, I'm like starting to wonder about the 50 Cent involvement, because even up here, they say they coming out with another UK boxing show with 50 Cent that's going into development. So like they really want to work with 50, but 50 wants them to work on his own network. So I don't know how that's all going to work with Lionsgate.
50 good, man. He good, man. He got other projects on Peacock, and you ever seen when he already got a show on Stars, Fightland that's on Stars. He's still doing business with them. He got a partnership with Lionsgate. Lionsgate own the IP. Power, the whole Power universe, and BMF. So he's a businessman. You know what I mean? He good. That's his baby. He ain't, now Courtney Kim, on the other hand, she don't give a fuck about the Power universe.
No, shit, she ain't working for them no more. So before we hop off out here, who do you think is dying next episode?
Man, Stefano. I mean, not Stefano. Stefano. Why keep saying Stefano? Stefano.
That's how they be saying it. Yeah,
That's what they say? That's his name?
I don't know, shit. Stefano, tomato. Lakers in 5. No. No, but, no. Yeah, okay, so definitely him. Honestly, bro, I feel like somebody from the Thomas family got to go down. Like Marvin would be a really good death going into the 5th season, bro, or to the last season. Like that would be I want to see Marvin in the last season, but like, bro, I would if they killed Marvin, I would literally start crying, bro. I would cry. Like I would be so shocked if they killed Marvin, bro. I would freak out.
I felt like if they was gonna kill Marvin, they would have did it. They would have did it around like episode 9 or 8. They ain't do it for a reason. The spoiler alert. If you don't want to be spoiled, you just don't listen to this. But he is season 5, people. So spoiler alert. Sorry.
There it is. What about this? What do you think the story with Juke and the police officers going? Because he's been trying to turn her informant for like 3 episodes now, and she keeps pushing them off. But then she just got that information about Crystal. So where do you think that's going to go? Do you think that's over? Do you think he's done trying to figure out what happened to Famous, or figure out what happened to Howard, or do you think that's a wrap?
I think that was a play for Jukebox to try to find out. She really want to know who killed Famous. Mm-hmm. And she just asked for that favor, like, yo, and then it came to part that Crystal. So now Jukebox about to put two. I mean, JWILL, we both could put this together, nigga. It's not that hard. Kanan is so dumb, but she's about to put 2 and 2 together. That okay, all the Famous murder and the Crystal murder is connected. It's the same people, and she gonna put 2 and 2 together. That Snaps and Pops got something to do with it.
I wonder if they're going to get to the cops, because like if they get to those cops and talk to those cops, then that's a wrap for Snap and Pop.
Oh, for sure. It
Yeah.
Samson Props might low key might have to. He might have. They gonna have to low key kill them because they got too much information. They could tell on them.
The Boricua in question.
Question.
Bro, the way he said that the Boricua in question was a friend of an associate, I was like,
Yeah.
damn, so many big words in one sentence.
Yeah. That nigga was like that nigga said big word. He always using big words. I'm like, God damn, bro.
That nigga, bro, he said the Boricua in question was an associate of mine.
But I'm like, that nigga sound like he a professional from the University of Michigan or something, man. They was going crazy.
All right, what else we got to cover?
Oh, hold on. Let me ask you a question though before we go. What's current day spinoff you think they talking about? They about to announce? It's an easy. You smart. Everybody in the comments smart. We already know what's about to happen. This is not easy. This is not hard. But which one you think they talking about?
A current day spinoff?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said they about to announce it soon.
I don't know. You tell me what you think. I want Tariq
Shit,
to come back. I want Tariq to come back. I want to finish Tariq.
I think that's what they're alluding to.
Without like Diana and Effie and those and even Braden. Like I just want a fresh Tariq story, new city, new everything.
Well, you gonna be mad because they gonna add. The stars they love adding women to the story, nigga. They show based on women. They gonna add them.
No, we just need some new women.
They gonna give you. I think a crossover is about to happen. I think that's what the spinoff is. They can't announce it right now because they're gonna wait till after the Force go off. When Force come out around December, it's gonna be cold as hell when that come on. I ain't looking forward to that because I want to enjoy the summer. But yeah, we get a difference. We're gonna get a brand new characters. Tariq Wu has to in the world of Tariq. How has he been? When he got the plug for Noma, you gonna see Effie. You damn sure gonna see Diana. You'll see Braden. You'll see Tommy. Because he ain't gonna be in Chicago no more.
Bro, that show's over though, dog. That show's over.
What show?
Ghost. That's over. I don't want to see all those people anymore.
You gotta bring them back because that's where they left off at.
Nah, I need new people.
Bro. You're gonna be disappointed because you're gonna get a Tommy type of story. You're gonna get new characters.
Bro,
they're gonna give you a new villain. They're gonna give you a whole bunch of people. I'm telling you, man.
I'm excited for Forrest, bro. So every time you be talking shit and saying like, "Oh, the Tommy," blah, 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 I like Forrest. So when Forrest come back, there ain't gonna be nobody more excited than me. Y'all gonna be over there talking shit every week. This is trash.
I'm not talking about it though. Like honestly, if you want me to come on there and do a review, yeah. But as far as like me going live at midnight talking about this shit, no. I don't.
We gonna bring you up because we still want to hear what you got to say. We still want to hear.
Oh, for sure. But for season 2 was it better than season 1? Yeah, but as far as like season 2, they had damn near like 10 cliffhangers.
Okay, speaking of that, let me ask you this, and I'll tell you my answer right now. So this current season of Raising Kanan, I like it more than last season, but I still think that is it season 2? I think I like. Wait, this is season 4.
This season 4 right here.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think I didn't like the second half of the season, but like the last season started off great. Nigga Burt getting shot when we first got Ronnie and all that shit. But just the second half of the season, I didn't really care for it. But
what season 3?
Yeah. How do you like I didn't like dealing with the drunk Lou situation, and I feel like we still kind of dealt with the aftermath of that here, but at least like he's moving, he's making music. They brought in B-Rilla. I feel like the B-Rilla story was a little slow to get started. Like it didn't really start picking up until like these last 3 episodes before he was just rapping and throwing his little popcorn raps and shit. But hey, honestly, I'm gonna say like his flows were way better than Famous's. Like he was just like,
it's not even close though.
He was like, bro, he had that street nigga shit on lock. But yeah,
but you asked me the season I liked the best. Honestly, season 3, it started off with a bang, and then you got 2 kills. I ain't gonna hold you though. The last couple episodes of season 3 was fire to me. It started off, it gave us a slow burn, but I felt like season 2, me personally, I can't really pick a season. Season 2 was fire. Season 1 was fire. I think it's between season 2 and 4 to me because, like, the pacing of this show is incredible, man. Like, Raising Kanan is not one of them. It's not going to be like Force or BMF or Ghost. they gonna tell you a story, bro.
Nah,
You gonna have to stick with it.
this season has my favorite line when that nigga Marvin said, "If you gave me diamonds and pearls."
Bro, that's my favorite line. I
I
want to say
love
the
that
other
line.
one when he was saying he was on his racist bag, but I won't say it on here, dog.
Season 2 with the Italians though was really good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
think the best finale is because you know what, as of right now, the best finale was season 2 episode 2. That was incredible, dog. How that shit laid out.
Yep.
And then
I know exactly what you're talking about.
last season, I don't know what this gonna lead into. If they show Breeze, you know what I mean, then it might be in the top because people want to see him. So we about to see him.
I don't want to hear that shit. But look, all right, you guys keep it locked. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and put that notification bell. And sorry guys, look, I'm very off today. I'm at work, as you guys can see. I don't know how this camera's gonna look. I don't know how this video's gonna turn out. I don't even know if it's gonna get made because I noticed some weird shit happening before I even got.
Oh, it's about to get mad. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Fuck it.
But make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, and put a notification bell so you know when I go live and make a new video. All right, guys, peace.